Hey Nation, how's it going? Doc Goodale here, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about building those Boulder shoulders. Okay, when it comes to developing the shoulders, I really like to focus on the lateral fibers of the delts. Delts are the shoulders, predominantly with the majority of my training, and then a little bit onto that anterior rear portion of the shoulder. When it comes to front or anterior delts, I don't do a lot of direct work on that muscle group or that area of the muscle because it gets hit a lot with any type of overhead pressing that we're doing or even any of our incline pressing. So if you're doing that already a lot in your training program, you probably don't need a lot of extra specific targeted work for that anterior portion of the delt. So I'd rather spend my training currency on that lateral portion and the rear portion that tend not to get hit as much in a lot of our other movements. So let's talk about focusing predominantly on that lateral head of the delt. When we're focusing on the lateral head, we really want to work on focusing on abducting that arm or moving that arm away from the midline. So the typical lateral raise. But not just raising the arm, we want to be raising the arm and pushing it away from us. And I like, if we see me from the side, is that we're not actually going directly in a lateral plane from the body, we're coming out slightly in front into that plane of scaption. When we come up into that plane of scaption, we get a preferential targeting of those lateral fibers of the delt. And the nice thing too for this, guys, is if any of you have wonky shoulders or cranky shoulders, working in that scaption plane, slightly out front from the body, is going to take a lot of strain off that shoulder joint. If you really have painful, cranky shoulders and you want to try doing some of these movements, even focusing to a thumbs up raise in that scaption plane can take some pressure off that shoulder joint. So let me demonstrate here with a dumbbell. So when I'm doing my lateral raise, I'm focusing on coming slightly in front of the body, and I'm not only coming up, but I'm going out with that dumbbell towards the walls as well. Okay, so that slightly in front, up and out in that plane of scaption. If you have really achy shoulders, go into that thumbs up grip. That'll take some of that pressure off the shoulder joint and should let you do those lateral flies relatively pain-free. Now, when we're focusing on the rear portion of the delts or those rear fibers, we want to get into a bent over position, getting the body parallel to the ground or even slightly supported on an incline bench. The same kind of philosophy applies when we're training that rear delt as the lateral delt, in that we don't want to just move the arm back behind the body or towards the back of the body. We also want to push that hand out and away from us as we're doing that reverse fly. So guys, when we're training shoulders, let's not just think about up or back, let's also push that dumbbell out. So, a couple of little strategies you can use in your workouts right away. If you're liking this content, give it a thumbs up and please hit subscribe. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave them down below. We'll get back to you and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.